So over the last couple of years, I've shared lots of delicious recipes with you from Bengal meat. Today, I'm about to share with you my first recipe with Bengal fish. আমি রুই মাছটাকে প্রথমে pat dry করে নেব কিছু কিচেন টাওয়ালে. So once this is done and you can see that there's no more water coming out onto your kitchen towel, it's ready to marinate. So I've just removed the paper towel. My rui mach is absolutely ready to go. All I had to do was remove it from the packet, remove the moisture, and everything was done for me. It's descaled and already cut into cutlets, and it comes in a 1 kilo bag, so it's so convenient for a family meal. So I'm just going to marinate the fish in some mustard oil, salt and ginger. আমার রুই মাছটা হলুদ সরষের তেল আর আদাতে ম্যারিনেট করে রেখেছি for about 20 minutes in the fridge. এখন ভেজে নিব. I've just seared the fillets. Look how thick and juicy they are. You can just eat these on its own. I think my favorite thing about this recipe is how quick and easy it was to get to this point in time. Usually মাছ রান্না করলে there's a huge process. ওটাকে clean করা, descale করা, কাটা, and if you don't have the right tools to cut a big fish like a rui mach. So from start to finish, it only took me 10 minutes to get to the point যেখানে আমি মাছ ভাজছি. For this recipe, I've used some mustard oil and I'm going to top it up with a bit of neutral oil. I like mustard oil in winter and during festive occasions like Pohela Boishak or when guests are coming over. It gives a really nice wasabi type pungent flavor. আমার তেলটা একটু গরম হয়ে গেলে আমি প্রথমে পেঁয়াজ দেব. So we're looking at about half a cup of onions. আমরা সবাই মাছে ভাতে বাঙালি. So আমরা যখন সরষের তেলে মাছের ঝোল রাঁধতে শুরু করি, we already get all the smells and flavors that our palate really loves. আমি 1 চামচ আদার পেস্ট অ্যাড করলাম, but আমার মাছের ঝোলে আমি একটু ফ্রেশ আদাও পছন্দ করি অ্যাড করতে. It gives a little bit of a bite at the end of the dish. So I've just added the ground spices. I'm frying it off. You can make sure that the pot doesn't burn by adding a little bit of water. আর কিছুক্ষণ আমরা এমনিও tomato add করব, which is going to add a lot of moisture to the pan. You don't want the onions to burn or get too dark. Fried off hole, we're going to add some tomato. Another important tip for cooking is always season at every layer. আমরা মাছে একটু লবণ দিয়েছিলাম during the marination. I'm adding a little bit of salt now and we'll add some salt at the end as well. What makes this dish really special is the heavy amount of tomato and peas. Tomato or motorshuti dishe gives it a very sour sort of note, and the peas just brings a little bit of freshness and color. আমি মাছ দেওয়ার আগে কিছুক্ষণ তরকারিটা ঢেকে রাখবো so that the peas can cook through. So this has been cooking for about 10 minutes. I'm going to add my fish now. এরকম রেসিপি মাছের ঝোল যখন বানাই, I always like to use cutlet and bone-in pieces because the bone adds so much flavor to the broth. My fish that I had fried before is in my gravy. এখন I'm just going to take some onion leaves, some spring onions, and spread it over the top and close the lid. I'm really excited about this. My fish is done and I can smell all of that tomato and that fish broth, and as you all know, this is already one of my favorite dishes. I like to add my chilies in at the end. It gives it that really crisp, fragrant finish. And it also means that the gravy itself isn't too spicy, but you're getting the freshness from the green chilies. So there's that. A little bit of lemon. That fish is so soft, and I know people are quite divided about this, but I love fried fish in a gravy. মাছের ঝোলের সময় মাছটা হালকা ভাজলে, it gives the skin a really nice texture, and I'm a huge fan. My chef's tip, when you're using a nice meaty fish like rui mach, is always end with a little bit of ground cumin. I have a little bit of jeera here, and it's roasted, it's fragrant, and it just adds a little bit of meatiness to a hearty fish dish. And always, always finish your fish dishes with fresh herbs.